have to have a webcam in our classroom as well? We have to learn some new equipment? Yikes! Hello everyone, and thank you once again for joining me for another professional development session. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the webcam equipment that we're going to be using in our classroom. We know that when we come back to school, we're going to have students in the classroom as well as students online for virtual learning. So in order to understand a little bit better about what I mean by a webcam, right now you are seeing me because I have a webcam on my computer and I'm talking to you via the camera. Some of the computers that we have in our classrooms do not have that little camera feature on them. So we need a webcam in order to help those students who are doing that remote learning to see us, because we know that some people are visual learners, and it helps to just see us, to hear us, in order for us to engage them in instruction. So we're going to talk a little bit about installing a webcam on the computer in your room. So when you look at this particular webcam, this is just one webcam that some of the schools are going to be using. We happen to have Logitech webcams and a couple of others, so we're not exactly sure what model when we're talking about what it looks like in your classroom, but that's okay. Each of these have a USB port, so all you have to do is just simply plug it into your computer and it will actually work. So this one in particular has a little lens cap so that we can close it up when we're not using it, so that we can make sure that this equipment stays nice and safe and that we can use it throughout the rest of the school year. Okay? So again, like I said, we have a USB port where, just like a flash drive or jump drive, we just plug that right on into our computer. All right? So I don't want you to be afraid of it because it's just easy to use. Once again, you're going to connect the USB port of the webcam right into your computer. What an easy install! So there's one more thing that I want to mention to you all. So when you're in the classroom and you're doing your instruction, when you put the webcams up, make sure that that webcam is in a strategic place where you're not going to walk around the classroom and move a whole lot. That way you can still engage your learners on the virtual end. We know that when we get into the classroom, we like to do a lot of movement because we want to check up on our students. But because of this new virtual learning environment that is also intermingled with us being in the classroom, we have to make sure that all of our students are able to see us and stay engaged and motivated. So make sure you pick a strategic spot that is going to be beneficial for those students in the classroom as well as those virtual students. And then if your camera has not been set up in your classroom already, just make sure that that camera really is focused on you. So how can you check to make sure that the camera is okay? You can go ahead and actually go into your Zoom settings, create a demo Zoom session just for yourself, start that session, and then you should be able to see yourself on that webcam when you select video. So you can watch yourself and see how it is going to look when you begin to engage in instruction. So you can go ahead and work with that. You can play around with that when you get into your classroom just to see what it is going to look like. And if you don't like the position of the camera, then you can certainly either move the camera, or if someone has already placed it in your room, you can definitely ask to see if you can reposition it in your classroom so that you can have the full effect for your students when you're doing your virtual teaching as well as your classroom classroom instruction. Well, I hope I shed some light on what to expect when walking into the classroom, and I certainly hope that I shed some light on how to use your webcam and to use it to its maximum effect in your classroom. Well, until next time, thank you for joining me. Toodles!